Curious, if I may, Cynthia, to understand on a film that has these, you know, two worlds, two chapters you're gifting us with, right? And the same filmmaker. If that impacted your communication or how the experience was to be in this second iteration of her journey, because you made it all at once. But did you shoot the first half and then the second half, or you were shooting simultaneously?
Shooting simultaneously.
Wow. Because they're, you know, are we allowed to give things away? It's such radical, different energy.
So what, you shot them both at the same time?
At the same time,
Like a year.
Oh my God.
Like 6.
And then so we
but
would shoot.
Feels like there's years apart with just, you know, in terms of your performance. It's incredible.
So some days you would be shooting for number 2 and some days you would be shooting for 1?
Wow. Sometimes on the same day.
Oh my God.
I didn't know. So when we shoot the For Good, the actual song, we shot as rain cover.
Wow.
We were meant to be shooting something for film 1.
Oh my God.
We were outside and then it was raining. So we went and shot film 2.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did they just tell you that in the morning when you came in?
Yeah, it's
You have to be ready. What was that like? What did you feel?
Kooky. But I think that there's something, I so trusted everyone who was on board, and I really trusted my director. That's why I say that, because he was so kind and open and thoughtful that when we did get to those places, he really sort of provided the room for us to get it to where we needed to get to before we began, you know? So when we were Ashes and teens and young, that's where we were. And when we were in the second movie where we're all grown and in our sort of power, that felt like a different atmosphere altogether. It was a trip, it really was. Because even the body feels different, what we're in feels different, how we move feels different, but we knew what we were walking into. Before we even began to film, we had rehearsals to just sort of settle the arc, the emotional arc that each of these characters were going to go on, so that when we had to be dropped in, we were dropped in. Yeah.
I think that sounds kind of nice. Like there's something like a lightness of touch with that isn't like we're going in now, you know, that you can keep kind of dexterous and alive and just be like, okay, I'm here now, and not pressurize it.
It's a sort of surrender. You're just sort of like, okay, this is how we're going to be doing it, and this will be it.
Yeah.
You know, and there's something quite lovely about being able to just let it be. Okay, we're going to be on film 2 today. Fine. We'll be on film 1 today. Fine. Totally different makeup, totally different hair, totally different.
So you can't have an off wake up.
Well, at least you're green no matter what. We could never do that with X-Men, because sometimes I'd be blue, and sometimes I'd be like blonde.
Yeah.
Like that also makes me think about, like, any given day you could be doing something really physical or something not, but is there some sort of like magic trick to the night before or the morning of to like being physically ready? And I feel like actually for you and on Ann Lee, the same thing, because that was a very physical movie, but I don't know if anyone
I think the training beforehand was really helpful. I was in wires and stunts and all of that all the time. So having the chance to get used to what that felt like before we began filming was, invaluable, because it meant that once we were there, if that's what we're doing today, then that's what we're doing today. Wow. And I already knew what it felt like to be in the harness for hours, or be in the rig for hours, or whatever that might have been. I already knew what it felt like to be sat doing this makeup forever, however long that would be. So the physical working out and the training for it beforehand was helpful, so that when we got there, I was sort of ready for it. All of that was put in place before we began.